now listening to the JCA Sports Podcast on Spotify and Anchor. To the JCA Sports.
Yeah, we back. We are back to JCA Sports Podcast here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Here, make sure you guys follow us on all our social media platforms: YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok. You guys can find all our episodes on here. Make sure you guys always like and share all of our shows, not only just the JCA Sports Podcast, but the EAFP Podcast, and also Sports Drip Lives. Fellas, we 2-1. We are 2-1. Let's get it going. I'm the only one that said we're 2-1. Everybody said 0-4. No, I'm just kidding. Let me not start. But guys, yes, first I'm introduce Jose Contreras, John Taplayo, Eric, the new daddy Avila, here with you guys today. Yes, I am back after
the news daddy.
Yeah, after a week of hiatus, since I just welcomed in the little one who's a week old today. So
she's beautiful, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you,
my
guys.
little
Thank you.
beautiful niece.
She is a dream. I'm gonna tell you that, guys, right now. But a little
Hey,
bit
man,
more
you know
on
what?
things later.
It may be a little
AKA
early,
Natty
but,
Ice.
I definitely think that Natty Ice has a better chance to be the better quarterback of the Bears than we've seen so far this season.
Damn, we going there early today. I agree with that, John.
Early, but first things first. Yes, as the Bears won yesterday, 23-20 against the Houston Texans in a game that felt like it shouldn't have been that close. Let's be honest, right? The Bears were far more superior. They ran the ball for like 5,627 yards, but only threw for like 109 yards, right? On this Texans defense that, I mean, they play hard, right? But that's about it, right? There's no talent on either side of the ball. You know, it had to be a Roquan Smith interception to kind of like close the game out. The game was a lot closer than it shouldn't have been. But guys, the Bears are 2-1. Let's start off positive here, right? What's the good thing that we get out of this for the 2-1 start for the Chicago Bears? Let's go with Jonathan.
Honestly, the positive is going to be the same thing it's been as the run game. And I mean, bro, here we are again. How many times have we seen in the last years where a starter gets injured and the backup just takes off for the Bears? Like, there's one thing the Bears know how to draft. It's the running back. Because it damn sure ain't the old line that's making these running backs produce. Because we still have a mediocre running back. We've had it for years. But Khalil Herbert went off, bro. He literally went, 157 yards? Jesus Christ. And now we're wondering, okay, are we going to go to two-back committee when Montgomery comes back healthy? Do we give Montgomery a contract? Because it's Montgomery and Jordan Howard all over again. It's Howard and Matt Forte all over again. Literally. Realistically, though, this is a good problem to have because we all know the market is crap when it comes to running backs. The ones you pay, they bust, and then they don't pay them no more, or they don't pay them ridiculous amount of money once their contracts are up because of how the market is. They want fresh legs, and shoot, we found our fresh legs.
True, very true.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right. Sorry, I was kind of posting up the link for the stream, right? Which you guys could join us. I'm gonna post it up on the link here for you guys to join us. We want to know what you guys think about the Bears' victory. Is there a cause for concern? Are you guys excited that we're 2-1? Is this something that you didn't see or you didn't expect? Is it something that you expected? Many different emotions. We're running. I mean, yesterday was a roller coaster ride, right? Looking at, damn, we're losing, damn, we're up. Offense sucks. Running game is great. Defense showed up. Hey, we got the win. The offense is not all there. At least the passing offense, right? Because like we just said, Montgomery went down, but it just felt like, nothing was replaced. The running game was great. Once again, for the third week in a row that the Bears ran over 100 yards in 3 straight games. But Jose, the same question goes to you, man. What are the positives you could get out of this game for the Chicago Bears?
Only positives we have is the running game, Eric. John already alluded to it. And again, guys, you see the StreamYard link on the screen. If you want to hop on, talk to us about the Chicago Bears or any other football game that happened this past Sunday or the one happening today, hop on, hit the link, click it, allow access to your microphone and your camera, and you'll be on with us, and we'll have plenty of topics to talk about. But as you mentioned, Eric, the only positive we have is the running game. John mentioned it. I mean, that was it. Justin Fields did not look good at all. The offensive line, at least their pass block, has not looked good at all. They have allowed holes to the running backs, but that's credit to the running backs. Khalil Herbert, we knew was going to be a viable option. No. You got to give credit to the running backs. The running backs that we have are solid. David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert combined for over 200 yards in this game. That's been our only offense. Our wide receivers, our tight end, Cole Kmet, have been able to do not a damn thing the last 3 games. Think about that. In a offensive-minded league where you need pass offenses, look at around the league. Look in the NFC. Look at the AFC. You need a viable quarterback, and you need a legit passing game to be somebody in this league. We don't have that. The only positive we have going for us right now is the running backs, and that's about it.
You're absolutely right, Jose, and it's crazy. Like all these high-powered offensive teams, they don't rely on the run game. Their run game, they have a legit RB1 starter, but respectfully, you got teams like the Bills, the Chiefs. You know, you're not drafting the running back first as far as offensively,
right?
You know, you're not even looking at that way, and it's just, man, like you pointed out, Cole Kmet, Mooney, 2 receptions each. Terrible, man. It's frustrating, bro. It's frustrating because what are you gonna do when you have a team that can stop with a good run?
Yeah, you guys are absolutely right. I mean, there hasn't been no passing offense whatsoever. I mean, we gave it a pass week 1, right? I mean, that's a pass, right? The offensive passing game, it's a pass. How the weather was nasty. It was what it was. Both teams had to play for it, right? Although Trey Lance kind of threw over for 100 yards and Justin Fields struggled to throw for 50. But I'm gonna switch it up. You guys say the running game. I think the defense also should get some credit here, right? The defense, they did their thing. They locked down the best they can without Jalen Johnson. Late scratch with his hip injury. I mean, his quad injury. Before the game, the rookie stepped up. They look okay. They look decent. Obviously, they gave up some big plays. It's gonna happen because rookies will be rookies. Let's not kid ourselves here. But the shining person, the shining star on that defensive side once again showed up in Roquan Smith. 16 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and the key, like I said earlier, a key interception that basically put the game in the bag for the Chicago Bears, sort of quote unquote, I guess you can say that. Getting that last possession and scoring the field goal for Cairo Santos here. It's CP, what's going on, man? But again, the defense, I'm gonna give credit on the other side of the ball, guys, because you have to. The defense did their thing. I think what was it? They threw for like over almost the same amount of yards that they ran on the ground or something like that. Something ridiculous like that.
You're talking about who?
The Bears defense.
Oh.
You know, and it was just it's one of those games where you kind of like, okay, the defense won the game. How many times have we said that throughout the years? You know, going back decades, even the Super Bowl run, that the defense carried our wins, our W throughout the game. That was the same case yesterday. There's question and concern.
I said it when you come into this past off season, and your first 2 or 3 draft picks are all defensive players. You have a defensive-minded coach who was a defensive defensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts. What do you think is going to happen?
No, really.
You're going to be good defensively before you will be good offensively. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, last week they didn't look that great, obviously for obvious reasons who the quarterback was against last week. This week they played a subpar quarterback in Mills, and you could tell that the defense showed up. And why? My studio pads just literally fell off. You know what? Whatever. That's not the case. That's not the case. Maybe before we go to CP, welcome in CP here on our show. Let's get into the comments. My boy Big C says ugly ass game, which was
Facts.
we need to Jose, come on, man.
I didn't
we need
I didn't
to
touch it. I didn't
we
touch
need
it.
to look at the O-line because can't blame the kid until they can protect them. Our defense is the only thing keeping us in the game. Hey, and look who showed up. What's up, Cards? Long time no see, long time no looking no reading from you, man. Hopefully everything goes all well. La Esperanza, bro. Let's do it. Let's get it on. He said, I agree with Caesar. I can't blame the kid. He is running for his life. Can't make a pass happen. Then the receivers don't catch and drop the ball. CP, what's up, my buddy, friend,
What's good, y'all?
companion, all of that. What's going on, man? How
Come
are
on,
you today?
CP. Hit us
I'm
with it,
surprised
man.
they
It
even
looks like
let me
Cards.
in here.
It looks like Carpenter's in Vegas or something. That profile picture, man. If he's been gone, he's been having some fun.
I know, right?
Facts.
All right,
Yeah.
CP. Let's start off positive here, man. Give us your take. What's the positive that you come out of the Bears from yesterday?
Same thing Jose said. It's literally the running game and the defense, bro. Like I don't know what else you can take from that. I'm not mad at Fields, and I'm not gonna hold it against Fields until the Bears actually put something like build a wall for this man. Like he's running for his life out there. He's taking hits. I can't make a judgment on Fields' talent until I can know he can be protected. But I like what I saw from Herbert. He might give Montgomery a run for his money, to be honest.
Yeah.
Roquan Smith is showing why he deserves to get paid.
Finally.
16 tackles, 2 for a loss, an interception. Roquan Smith, pay that man.
Now you said it. Pay him. Pay that boy.
If you lose him, your defense is going to suffer, trust me. But, I mean, I expected this. I mean, it is the Texans. You said it yourself. The game shouldn't have been that close. I had Bears like plus 10 or something like that.
Damn.
But
Damn, bro.
Plus 10?
I could have advised you against that, my boy.
Oh, come on. That's dirty.
it literally started out that way. The way the
That
game
was
started,
rough, CP. That's high hopes right there.
That was all
the way
right.
the game started, it looked like the Bears were going to blow them out.
You know
And
what?
the mistakes
CP,
started happening.
CP, respectfully, bro, you just stick to NBA bets, all right?
Look, I tell you what, though. Look, the thing is, I get that because it's the Texans, we should have blew them out. But let's not forget who coaches the Texans right now. Lovie Smith is a player's coach. You know, whatever team he's going to coach, that team is going to show out for him. They're going to come and play hard for him. So I saw it to be a close game. I actually took Texans +2. They didn't hit, but it was close. Right? Because I knew it was going to be. I knew it was going to be a
Plus
close
2
game.
is such a bold take, man. At least do 3.5.
I over-exaggerated.
Wish I would have won if it was 3.5.
Like +5.
Yeah. But
But I'm
2
just
plus 2, that's how many games really are within 2 apart? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I knew that game though was going to be close. Is what I meant. That was the whole point of me doing it. You know what I'm saying? It was going to be a close game, and it did disappoint. It really was. What did disappoint was Justin Fields. I get.
He did.
I get what everybody's saying. Like I get what everybody's saying. Let's not pass judgment on him. But we cannot babysit this man like we have these other quarterbacks for how many years either. Okay, let's give realistic takes here. All right, I get that we don't have an offensive line just yet, but how many excuses have we had for Jay Cutler? How many excuses have we had for Mitchell Trubisky? I'm not ready to write off Justin Fields yet. I'm one of those guys who's going to give him time and hope he develops into what we want him to be. But again, the Bears have a tradition, a history of not getting the right QB our entire lives. I don't think any of us have been alive for 1985. Okay,
Absolutely, man.
Even then, we didn't have a good quarterback. Let's be honest.
Right, and there was no excuses for Mitch or Cutler anyway. Cutler.
There was always excuses for Cutler.
But okay, all the excuses y'all saying, but Cutler's still been our best quarterback.
Right, but there was always
he was still putting up 300 plus yards, 2 interceptions, but he'll probably give you 3 to 4
He was just
TDs.
an interception machine.
Nah, hey, he wasn't
He
a
didn't have an
James
offensive
Winston
line. He had all these different types of offensive coordinators.
Yeah.
Come on,
That's his
Exactly,
wrongdoing,
bro.
though.
come on, man. All
That's his
Listen,
wrongdoing.
realistically, bro. Listen, just look at the stats for what they are. You can blame the O-line. You can even blame the coach for the play calling. 8 for 17, 106 yards, 2 interceptions, no TDs. That's unacceptable from your quarterback. That's unacceptable, bro.
100%.
No, for real. That is true.
Yeah.
You guys are listening and watching the JCA Sports Podcast here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Guys, Make sure you guys hit that little bell next to the John Conavi Facebook page to get notified when our shows are coming on live. Not only just the JCA Sports Podcast, but also Sports Strip Live with the Contreras Brothers and the EAFP Podcast here too as well on StreamYard. We're going to go to the Bix Creation Facebook comments right here real quick, guys. If you're looking for T-shirts or anything for a party or anything customized, go to Bix Creation in Ridge Road in Lansing and also one in Munster, and tell them that the JCA Sports Podcast send you. It said if only Mitch had the same, I'm not going to blame him until he can be protected outlet. Carv says show him the money.
Thank you.
Tell him, Mikey P. Tell him.
And then it says don't talk bad about John's man.
Talk about Mitch.
Listen, man. Listen, I'm not gonna deal with people who keep spelling my name wrong. All right. This is the third time today.
Not John, like John Cena.
Right.
Jesus. Sorry, C's. The H is silent.
It's all good. But you know what, guys? It is a cause for concern for real. Whether if it's the bad offensive lineman, whether if there is no wide receiver help. I mean, let's think about it. Even with we could go down the road with these bad quarterbacks or quarterbacks that we didn't have, there was still some wide receiver help and wide receiver ones for each quarterback. Mitchell Trubisky had Allen Robinson, Jay Cutler had Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey, Martellus Bennett as a tight end and stuff like that. Rex Grossman, Kyle Orton, I think they had Musa Muhammad, and I forgot who else that they had on that squad too as well for wide receivers, right? I mean, there was a time period where Jay Cutler didn't have wide receivers, but he still ended up throwing for over God knows how many yards. But the case with with Justin Fields is we can say that there's lack of talent on the offense, at least in the receiving corps, right? We all know, and the NFL knows. Huh?
How many weeks have you been telling you there's lack of talent? You picked this team to win 11 games.
Exactly, and I still believe in that, right? I'm right. I'm getting right. I said 2-1, so I'm on that boat. I just need 8 more wins. But regardless of the fact,
commit wagon.
Regardless of the fact, what the case may be, right? We all know in this table, this four right here, and the guys on the comment section with Michael P, Caesar, Carbs, everybody here. We all know that the main 2 wide receivers are Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet. Guess who else knows the whole entire NFL?
Don't sleep and don't disrespect EQ. Equanimous St. Brown. He looks like a little stud. He might be the next guy.
That's fine. That's fine and dandy.
He can run too.
Yeah.
He can run too at 40 yards.
That's fine and dandy, and everybody else needs to step up, guys. But we know that when it's a go-to moment, there is really truly no quote unquote wide receiver number 1.
Yeah, true.
Absolutely not. There's nobody.
But the thing is here, guys, is that even if with the wide receiver number 1 on this squad, there's a cause for concern for Justin Fields in the way he plays this game or the way he's reading this game, guys. Is it because of Justin Fields he can't really get in the mood with this new offense with Luke Getsy and stuff like that? Or is it because he has lack of talent? Which one is it? What do you guys lean on the most? CP, let's go with you.
It's lack of talent. If you were looking at the plays downfield, Fields is taking so long to throw the ball because these receivers aren't creating separation. We thought Mooney was supposed to be that guy, and he hasn't shown us anything. Let's not just hold it against Fields not being able to find these guys. You have to be able to have that special route running to be able to create separation. Every team has at least one guy that can create that. I mean, even if Lazard is on the Packers is good enough to do that, and Mooney just hasn't shown us that yet. So, like I said, I'm not going to. I mean, Fields makes mistakes. He does rushes some throws, like that interception, like that was all him. But I'm not holding it against him just yet until the Bears make the effort to put at least one receiver, one guy, draft one guy you think, like he don't even got to turn out to be a Calvin Johnson or something, but you think, like at least try, at least make the effort to
at least be an Allen Robinson.
Right, something.
No, not even Allen Robinson.
But I mean, with at least Allen Robinson in his first years here with Chicago, he kind of was the number 1 wide receiver. I mean, he did go for 1,000 yards.
He was putting up 1,000 yards with Mitch as his quarterback.
Right, with Mitch as his quarterback. If there's some credit to give to Mitch while he was a Chicago Bears quarterback, it's that, right? He made Allen Robinson a number 1 wide receiver here in Chicago. And now he's in LA. He can't even catch a 3-yard screen pass to wide open to the end zone, and can't even run a straight route. with Los Angeles with a better talent when he's the number three option there in Los Angeles. But I digress, right?
The world must be ending if Eric actually complimented Mitchell Trubisky.
Absolutely.
Exactly. But,
Absolutely.
But the
how you know
thing
it's bad in
is,
Chicago
Mooney
right now.
shine better as a number
Listen,
two.
man. Listen, man. He had a new kid born. He's a changed man now. He's giving
That's how you know it's bad. That's how you know it's bad in the Bears organization if Eric's over here complimenting Mitchell Trubisky.
like I said, I digress. John, is it a cause for concern or about Justin Fields' playing ability as a quarterback with the Chicago Bears in the new system, or is it the lack of talent that is surrounded by him that we can't get the best out of him?
You know what? I was pretty upset with Fields. I still am, but I definitely think you could blame what's around him still. We still have that to blame, though he does need to step it up, adjust, use his legs, extend the plays. He's been terrible, but it don't help that the people around him are playing even worse than he is. Like we touched upon it. The wide receivers can't catch a ball. They can't get some separation. O-line can't block. Like the whole offense is bad aside from running game. So I really, if I could shift the blame away from Fields and what's around him, then you got to put it to the head coach and the owners, because it's like, this is the product y'all gave us. This is what y'all gave Fields, and you expect him to win games.
That's exactly why I put blame on Ryan Poles last week, John. Right? Remember, I told him it's his fault. It's his fault. You're absolutely 100% right. I mean, you assembled this team. You didn't do anything. You want to evaluate what we have here as far as talent goes, and what happened. This is what you're getting. Yes, we're 2-1, but that's because our schedule favors the Chicago Bears right now. Let's be honest. Yeah. They should have defeated a team like the Houston Texans. We got lucky that we were in a monsoon, and what's his name? Trey Lance was starting quarterback for the 49ers. The Packers still own us.
Dogged us.
Right. And looking at how the Giants are playing right now, we have a shot next week. We might be 3-1.
I don't know, man. That defense is holding the first half. If they do that to us.
And that's the crazy thing, and that's the thing that I try to tell you guys in the beginning of the season, that the schedule allow us to be having this type of record when it first faced it off. Look, we're 2-1, and I'm watching the game right here, right now, too, right next to me on my nice, beautiful TV and my setup down here in my basement. That the fact that these teams are trash, even the Dallas Cowboys. We might even face the Dallas Cowboys later in the year with no Dak Prescott. This same team that's playing right now on Monday night, these same two teams, we have them in our schedule later on in the season. Hell, I think in a couple of weeks, Jose said it. We have them. We have the Giants on Sunday, and I think, what is it, October, on Halloween, the day before Halloween or something like that, we have the Cowboys.
Yeah,
John's favorite team, I think. Yeah, so it's like
Cowgirls.
It's what I was telling you guys, that the schedule allow us to have this winning record. It's just not what are we going to evaluate, right? And it's cause for concern. I really do feel like last year we had some type of glimmer in hope in spurts, right? That Justin Fields could be that quarterback for the future. We can name a number of games, the Ravens games, obviously the Steelers game, right? The game-winning drive against the 49ers, the Vikings, and just to name a few, right? And it's one of those moments like, okay, this kid has something, and right now with this schedule, it doesn't look like either he's grasping this offense correctly, or he's not up to par what we thought he once was because they figured him out. Or how all three of you guys agreed on. It's the lack of talent that's around this team, which is absolutely 100% right. Like, you could go any route that you could go, and I think you can make a legitimate case that whichever way you go, you're not wrong at this point for Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
I have a question for all you guys, real quick.
Yeah.
Are we stuck again seeing a head coach that cannot change his game plan and cater to the strength of his quarterback? Is that what's going on again?
Possibly.
It almost looks like
that's what I'm seeing.
It looks like it. It does look like it, which is the only reason why I have concerns for Justin. These are supposed to be the guys who are brought into the organization believing in him, right? The McCaskies or whoever was in charge of that coaching search, or GM search, they wouldn't have brought these guys in if they didn't believe in Justin Fields because they know that was the caveat. Hey, look, you're gonna come here, you're gonna be the GM or the coach. You have to get Justin Fields to be our franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So that was their number one. That should have been number one goal coming in, and seeing the game plan and how everything has been showing out. Basically, it doesn't let them have confidence in him at all. And I get what Uncle Day was going on, Deontay, who's in the comments. I get what he's saying, right? Like we knew from the start this team was going to be pretty bad, right? And the whole point of this season is for Justin Fields to grow, and I understand that, but it's kind of hard when you have a history with this team for our entire lives that they have not got this position right. And if you look at the person who drafted Justin Fields, it was the same person who drafted Mitchell Trubisky, it was the same person who brought in Andy Dalton, Nick Foles, what was it, Mike Glennon. Remember who this guy was in evaluating quarterbacks. That's the only reason why I have a cause for concern.
And I know Day said growth. Like, how is he supposed to grow when the talent is the pool is so shallow? Like, there's literally nothing for him to build on. Like, you gotta when the Lions drafted Stafford, what did they give him? They gave him Calvin Johnson. Like, you have to build with something. You have to give Fields something to evaluate him. You can't just expect him to be this amazing Peyton Manning right off the bat. Like, we don't know because he doesn't have anything. At least get him a line with these average receivers so he can show you, but there's nothing.
Yeah, they're doing him a disservice by not getting him talent if they want him to quote unquote grow. How is he going to grow?
I mean, yeah, you guys. I mean, we can go either way, guys. And I think there is at this moment, week 3 in this young NFL 2022 season. There is right now no legitimate wrong answer on what we feel and think about Justin Fields. Whether if he doesn't look confident, like Day said, whether he's not good enough for the system, whether if it's even Luke Getsy not adjusting at halftime for his games, whatever the case may be, lack of talent, Ryan Poles, right? All of that. It looks like there is no wrong answer at the moment for what the 2022-2023 Chicago Bears team looks like. In just only 3 weeks into the season, we may all be wrong, and Justin might turn around and have a hell of a season starting Sunday against the Giants, and maybe he'll have 4 or 5 straight games, and then have that one bad game against that one bad team because there is some good teams in this schedule. Let's be quite frank. I mean the Vikings are shown to have to be a good team. We got the Bills and the Dolphins, who the Dolphins have surprised me, but they're a good team too as well. Like we have those teams on our schedule.
Look good. The Lions look good.
Yeah,
the Lions look like they're competitive. They look competitive. They really, really do. You guys are listening and watching to the JCA Sports Podcast here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms on the same websites: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Also TikTok and also on Instagram. Jose Contreras, Jonathan Playa, myself, the new daddy Eric Avila, along with CP here joining us on our show today, guys. The comment. Oh, let me put the link back up so you guys want to join us. We want to know how you guys think. We want to know how you guys feel about not the Chicago Bears. They're 2-1. We should be excited. Not all of us thought that the Bears would be 2-1 at this point, right? We all thought that they were going to be, some of us thought 0-3. Some of us thought 1-2 at the very best or at the very worst.
0-3.
and right now they're 2-1, but it just seems that there's a lot more negative than there is positives of the Bears being 2-1 because of the offense side of the ball. We had a great discussion on our group chat between me and John and Jose that we have here, and it started getting it started a little argument, I guess you can say that, right? A little friendly debate.
When we argue, though, we always argue.
Exactly, right? We're saying that the two comparisons is perfect at Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence, right? Trevor Lawrence is looking great in his second year with the Jacksonville Jaguars, under new head coach and a whole new different regime from last year, right? This team is completely different. Same thing with the Chicago Bears, new regime, new head coach, all that stuff going on. But it's two different roads that these guys. You see the Jacksonville Jaguars throwing up numbers. I mean, yesterday, who they beat yesterday?
Chargers.
The Chargers. Thank you. They put a 38 spot on the Chargers yesterday. It was 38-10 on what's a Super Bowl contending team, or playoff contending team in the AFC West. And right, you see the Colts, right? But they put a 38 spot on them, right? That'll be it. Look, the Chargers are hurt right now, but let's not put in any excuses or take away from the Jags win, right? And compared to the Bears, they're 2-1. I think they have I think they're tied, same record wise. I'm not sure. Yeah. But the moral of the story is that Trevor Lawrence is miles ahead of Justin Fields. And it sparked a debate amongst us because, Trevor Lawrence was a day one starter from the get-go. From the moment he got drafted, he was the number one all preseason, all off-season, the regular season. Justin Fields had a different road. Is it comparing apples to oranges on the two guys that were drafted in the same draft class? Is it comparing apples to oranges on the route that they all took? CP, what do you think? Is Trevor Lawrence far better than Justin Fields?
I mean, you can make that judgment at this. I mean, sure, everyone's going to say yeah, but I mean, Jacksonville actually had a little more to build on. They have a better staff down there. I feel like the Urban Meyer hiring, I never understood that anyway. That was a disaster from the jump. But you see, under like a real coach, like I believe the coach he's under now, he had Coach Carson Wentz when Carson Wentz was an MVP. Well, he's about to be an MVP.
Talking about Doug Peterson?
Doug Peterson, yeah. And Trevor Lawrence is benefiting from that. I feel like he has a better staff because Matt Eberflus, even when he was with the Colts, the focus was always the defense. Like, it wasn't really about the quarterback. It was about run the ball, play action. Let's let our defense carry us, and that's usually what they did. And I feel like that's what he's trying to bring here. I don't feel like they're trying to, like, make it all about Justin Fields at all. So I can't really just say, oh, Trevor Lawrence is way ahead of Justin Fields. Well, yeah, they're making it all about Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. In Chicago, it's not all about Justin Fields, at least from what we're seeing. It don't look like it to me like it's still all about the defense. So I can't make that judgment and just say he's miles ahead of Justin Fields. Like, there's different circumstances here.
You see different priorities is what CP is trying to say, and I 100% agree. The priority is different in Jacksonville. They're catering to their quarterback, and just like CP alluded to over here, it doesn't seem like that because they've done nothing to surround him with anything offensively. They got rid of people. They didn't add to anything.
Right. Jacksonville gave Lawrence his running back he had in college. So and he has weapons around him.
Yeah, and then they also gave him a wide receiver. They gave him a new toy with Christian Kirk.
Yep.
Right. So like the offense does cater to him a little bit more in Jacksonville. They're actually taking care of him. The originator of this debate was Jonathan here. We're gonna go right him next to him. Johnny P, Johnny Blasphemy, Johnny Parlay, whatever you want to be called now.
Hey, Johnny Parlay for real.
Johnny Parlay can hit it, man. Say what you want. Say what you want.
He really deserved to be called that.
No, for real. He really do.
I mean, we have receipts.
CP,
we got receipts. This guy be hitting. You know, even though he bets $10 and wins $17, he still be hitting, bro. Like,
no, don't play that. Don't play that.
Nah, he do be hitting. He do be hitting. But the originator of this debate, John, here, we're gonna get your take because obviously it was just between me and Jose here. But what do you think?
Real quick, because Eric, I gotta touch on what you said. I keep my receipts. All right. I got receipts for everything. You hear me?
Oh, we could tell, homie. We know.
My parlay receipts, I got them when you want them. All right. Anyways, I started this debate in the chat, and I had to tell these guys to chill out because I said, "Look, I'm gonna be that guy, and I'm gonna say it. Justin Fields is gonna be a bust in his career with the Bears. In his tenure as a Chicago Bear, it's gonna be bad. If they choose to let him go and go somewhere else, he's gonna be a dog. He's gonna take off." And man, to answer your question, but because Jose, I believe you're the one that brought up Trevor Lawrence, and it's true. Yes, you know what you guys said is correct. They cater to him. He looks better, but man, you see, this guy's legit averaging 250 yards a game. He only has one interception, 6 touchdowns, and you look at his receiving cores. It's like wide receiver 2s. There's no legit wide receiver 1 comparing him to league wide receiver 1s. He's doing his thing out there, man. So if the question is Trevor Lawrence better than Justin Fields? My answer is yes. If the question is, are the Jacksonville Jaguars organization better than the Bears organization? My answer is yes. They're better in everything right now, bro. Even their running backs are taking off.
I mean,
Literally, listen. Yesterday, who they beat the Chargers. The Chargers are banged up. Jose's boy, he's playing with broken ribs, broken left arm like Vegeta out there.
it's still playing better than Fields. It's still playing better than Fields.
Still playing better than Fields. It's like, man, enough with the. It's just enough with the excuses, dude. Everybody's doing bad. The quarterback, the line. I've been saying the line's been ass since my boy Mitch was there. Since my boy Jay Cutler was there, the line was ass. At least Jay Cutler put up numbers. Mitch, Eric alluded to it, he made Allen Robinson wide receiver 1, Pro Bowler over 1,000 yards. Mooney over here, he can't even get 50 yards, bro.
Okay.
You want a good parlay? Bet the under and all the Bears receiving yards.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
Facts. Let's go hit. Look, our boy Uncle Day, Deontay, right? In the comments, do you guys really want to see Justin throw the ball 30 times? No. But here's the thing. He's not throwing 30 times, though. So the little times that he is throwing, he should have a better percentage, QBR, all that, because you're not getting that many opportunities. So the opportunity you are getting, show us that you can do something. You can't even do with 11 attempts. You can't even do anything.
Yeah, these 5 for 12s and 7 for 17s ain't gonna work, man.
Right.
No, you guys are right. To defend Justin Fields, it's like slim pickings, right? Because I think we're all going to say the same thing. The running game should help the passing game, but
yeah,
but when
action right now should be 100% on fire with the running backs we have.
Exactly. And Sam up here on Facebook says
Lamar numbers.
Yes.
Yeah. He says the Bears organization has never known how to develop a quarterback, and Justin Fields, unfortunately, is going to be another statistic.
Where's Mikey
same
B
old
at?
song
Mikey
and
B?
baile.
Thank you.
Me and Mikey been saying that for
That's
years,
our boy,
bro.
City Sam in the comments right there. He knows what he's talking.
Thank you, Sam. I'm about to add him on Facebook, bro. Thank you, Sam. He's my boy now. Jesus Christ.
You know what, guys? We should be excited, right? This is
Excited
a different
for
2-1. This is a way different 2-1 feeling. None of us thought that they were going to be above 500 at this time.
Bro, Eric, time out, please. This is the worst 2-1 feeling I've ever had for the Bears.
I never feel this bad after a win.
I mean, you guys are right though. We should be more excited, but it's just like there's no. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the phrase I'm trying to look for? There's no clear path on what this offense is going to be. We know the running game is legit. They're the number 1 rushing offense in the league by far, by a good margin. The next team that's below them are below 25 yards in the rushing game. So that says something alone right there. But when you're dead last and your starting quarterback is ranked number 30, number 33, and there's only 32 teams in the NFL, that's a problem, guys. That's a problem.
That's terrible.
We should be excited because this is what we all kind of wanted last
Trey
year,
Lance.
anyways. Mitch is out the door. We have another quarterback. We have a whole new regime. We have all of this, and it's still the same old. Again, like Sam said, same old song and dance. Is just like
just switch the quarterback, switch the GM, switch the coach. It's the same BS, bro.
Exactly.
What's the common denominator? The McCaskies, get them out because it's not going to change.
But the one thing that I do want to go back, the one thing I do want to go back, what John says, saying that Justin Fields is going to be the potential bust for the Chicago Bears at quarterback. I kind of want to put my brakes there a little bit because you don't really call a bust after year number 3, right? You kind of hold back, relax, because that's basically it. We know in 3 years if you're going to make it or not in the NFL because it stands for not for long. The average, the average age or the average career span for the NFL is 3 point some odd years in the NFL. So like, I'll hold on to that. But I mean, you at the moment, it looks like it, right? It looks like he's a potential bust, and that's the sad part about it because we all had faith, some way, somehow, in all our different ways. Right?
We did have faith,
and we still do.
I still do.
We still do.
I'm on the bus wagon.
I don't want that going away from everybody. We still have faith in Justin Fields. It's just the cynic in us because of what we've been through, the past trauma from all these past years. are starting to creep back up again. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why I am the way I am. Yeah, how many times have I brought up the example? Right, you get cheated on like 30 times,
You
and
still
like
go back.
how you still go back?
You
How are
still
you
go
gonna go without thinking you're gonna get cheated on again? It's like it's
It's the
wild,
definition of insanity.
right?
It really is, but it's.
Bears PTSD is real. Like Steve says in the comments.
I'm trying to look for this one question. I think Carbs put it on here. What's up, man? I just seen your what's up, man? How are you?
Yeah, shout out to Matt, shout out to Jordan, Michael, Sam, everybody who's in the comments.
Everybody is on the comment section. We appreciate you guys for hopping on. I know this Monday Night Football game is ass, just like Justin Fields playing game yesterday in the last 3 weeks.
Hey, the way the Giants are playing, though, I don't think the Bears are going to beat them. They're going to stop the run game on us.
Look, it's the Dallas Cowboys, man. They've been looking like ass the last couple of weeks, and in John's case, they've been ass for years, right?
They got an upset last week against Jose, help me out. Who did the Cowboys? Bengals.
The Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals. Yeah, they're like, all right. Here it is. Would this resolve the problem at least a little bit?
Nah, man.
Chicago Bears in the past.
Show what I responded to the Carbs.
He can't even get the ball. He can't even get the ball to the receivers have now. What do you think OBJ's going to be able to do? I truly believe the wide receivers are getting open. I don't think it's the receivers' problem. I think it's the coach, the coaching, right? It's the game plan that they're throwing out there, and B is the fact that Justin can't get it to his receivers because he's playing like a quarterback who's scared. He's getting hit a lot, guys. That's not negate the fact that this guy got sacked 5 times yesterday, and the times he didn't get sacked, when he would get touched by a defensive player, he was getting his ass knocked down.
Andrew Luck all over again.
Yeah, so let's hope he doesn't get hurt first and foremost, because our offensive line right now is ass, for lack of better words.
It's cheeks.
Yes.
Our line is cheeks, all right?
The line is cheeks.
But what else is new? What else is new, man? Our line's always been cheeks. Well, here we have
but the difference is, like, you could kind of see Justin be a little skittish. Like his performance.
Yeah,
you're tripping over your own offensive lineman's feet or foot or legs. The balls are being missnapped most of the times under Mustaford, right? You see the balls being fumbled. You see the lack of whatever the communication or the problem may be. It is what it is. There are moments where Justin does have, quote unquote, a clean pocket. I don't know what your guys' definition of a clean pocket is, but if you're surrounded with a 2-yard radius in your pocket, that's a clean pocket with nobody coming in. You know what I mean? Like
the same thing I said, Dada.
It's just like it's just hard to see it because you hear Darnell Mooney, you hear Cole Kmet, you hear EQ St. Brown, you hear Brian Pringle, you hear players that are basically wide receivers 2, 3, 4, and even practice squad players on this Bears offense as your receiving core and your tight end, who may not be another starting tight end in any other team outside of the Chicago Bears. That's where the question is, should the Bears get OBJ? At least with OBJ here, knowing his stature and his status, it does kind of take away the pressure of an extra player off of Darnell Mooney. It does open up the space just a little bit. And then now your real question is this offensive line, which, by the way, let's all take a step back and think about it, that the Bears organization, Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus, kind of invested a little bit more into the offensive line to get it together just a little bit. It's just of them meshing together because let's be honest, the center, it's not Mustaford, it's Lucas Patrick, but he can't because he has a little club in his hand, right? Tevin Jenkins, he's the talent, he's the best lineman on this team. Let's put this to bed right now. Tevin Jenkins is the best offensive lineman in
he didn't start yesterday. He didn't start
yesterday. He's the most talented player on this offensive lineman, and it's just like you can't find a way for this guy to come in. Now, there has to be a cohesive unit in order for this to work. But then there's a talent discrepancy there, and I think OBJ, if you reach out to him and if he does come, it helps somewhat like this much. Right.
That would be. I don't see the point in grabbing OBJ anyway. First of all, he's coming off a Super Bowl with LA. You really think he wants to come to a disaster where he might not get the ball from Justin Fields? No, like
Absolutely.
that would be another Baker Mayfield situation. We wouldn't get him the ball, and him and Justin Fields would be fighting by the second game.
His
like,
dad.
It'll be a waste of time.
His dad's
His
gonna
dad
have a
gonna make
30-minute
those
video on YouTube. Justin Fields.
Exactly. He gonna have an hour video with Justin Fields.
Right, exactly.
Right. I mean, it's just we should be happier,
OBJ is
guys.
not the answer. OBJ is not the answer.
OBJ is not the
A
answer.
wide receiver
OBJ is not
sucks.
the answer.
OBJ is
Unanimous no.
not-
OBJ is not the answer.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's not the answer.
CP, I see your head shaking no.
No, he's
Jose,
not.
I see your head shaking no, right?
No, but John's talking. Go ahead, John. Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, John.
No, to CP's point, the wide receivers, they can't separate themselves, and that just shows like, even if you bring in OBJ, what makes you think they're still going to be able to give themselves space? If they can't do it against, teams like the Texans, and I don't think the Packers defense is all that good. I don't think it's as overhyped as they say, but that ESPN ranking that we get of the Bears having the worst wide receiving core, in the league is looking pretty true. And again, why is OBJ gonna want to come to this trash ass wide receiver team?
Tampa, here he goes. Nah, they're
I don't mind it. But to Mikey's point, to Mikey's comment back up, he's absolutely right. We said this during the offseason. The Bears only invest in defense. That's how it's always been. It's how it's always going to be. Even now, look, our defense is still winning us games when we let go of a whole bunch of big names.
Yeah.
And they're still the better part of this team. We have a guy who he sat on the couch all summer. He looked rusty a couple games, but now he's back to, all right, pay me my millions, and he's looking like he deserves every million and then some.
Okay, he wasn't in his house, in his couch. He was on the couch and up there in Hallis Hall. There's a difference.
The crazy stats still going, guys. 12-0 when Eddie Jackson has the interception. So Bears 12-0.
Eddie Jackson over ready too.
Oh, 12-0 every time he has a pick. He's still
Put Eddie Jackson on offense.
I swear to God, he probably could do it. He probably could. At this point, give me Roquan as my tight end, bro, because that ain't it. Bro, our tight ends were producing better, and we had like 8 playing at the same time.
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
We did. Hey, the JCA Sports Podcast here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Guys, make sure you like and also share all our episodes on your Facebook page, and then make sure you give us a like and follow us on all our social media platforms, along with also sharing and liking our shows, the EAFP Podcast, and also Sports Strip Live with Jose and his brother, Ricky Contreras. All right, guys, it's our Monday. We know we do this every Monday now. We're hopefully we get something new here. It's our Overreaction Monday here. What is the one overreaction, or maybe not even an overreaction, from week 3, guys? Let's go with Jose. I haven't started with Jose all show. Let's start with him.
Overreact. I all I do is overreact, Eric. You know this.
This is true. This is true. So this one should be good, I guess.
Damn. Overreaction, I think, for this week for the Chicago Bears. Jesus. Darnell Mooney, I'm sorry, he's not. He's
a bust.
He's
Damn, everybody a bust.
Come on, John.
Look, I'm sorry, but like 3 games, really? And that's all you can give us? Like, really? Yeah, man. That's my overreaction is Darnell Mooney. Like, you're a fraud. You're a fraud.
Wow.
My
All right, CP, what you got?
That's my overreaction.
Overreaction on the Bears or the entire NFL?
It doesn't matter. Whatever. If it could be the Bears, it could be the entire NFL. It's up to you.
Because there's not much for me to overreact to the Bears. I saw what I already know with the Bears and what they're probably going to struggle with as the season goes on. So, but if I had no reaction, it would be the Raiders and the Chargers were overhyped. They're not making the playoffs, and people put way too much stock into
on the Chargers, though.
I mean, this
really?
Look, I'm probably biased because I'm a Chiefs fan, but they were overhyped coming into this year. People were going to say AFC West is the toughest division. Nope.
Bro, I told you guys the Raiders are going to suck. I told you.
The Chargers are legit, CP. The Chargers are legit. They're banged up right now. The Chargers are legit.
I love you, CP.
No matter who's running it, It
The
doesn't
Chargers are
matter.
legit. Okay, they're just banged up right now. Don't sleep on the
Oh
Chargers.
my goodness, they're banged up.
Johnny,
That's-
whatever you want to be called, man. What's your overreaction?
Johnny Blasphemy, Johnny Parlay. David Montgomery lost his Bears career yesterday. That man gone when his contract is up.
Yeah, I agree.
Nice.
He's gone.
That's a good one. That's a good
Damn.
one. All right, so you guys kind of kept it within. There's two for the Bears and then one for the NFL. I'm gonna give you the NFL one, so we could just kind of make this even. The Jacksonville Jaguars are gonna win the AFC South.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. The cap.
That's definitely
Eric-
an overreaction.
Eric
No,
Cap
actually,
Avila.
that might just end up happening. The Colts have not looked like a good team
Nope.
thus far.
The Titans are ass,
The Titans
and then
are
you
not
had the
good.
Chiefs.
Houston Texans.
My boy Tony Khan. Shout out to Tony Khan, head of AEW, and Nick Khan. They know what they're doing over there in Jacksonville.
No,
Bring
you
it
bro.
might be
Chicago.
right.
When
You
the
might
Bears
be right.
move to Arlington Heights, bring the Jacksonville Jaguars to Chicago. Bring them on.
Wait, Eric, I got a question. I thought somebody named Tony Vegas was going to jump on the show today. CB, real quick to fill you in and our everybody watching and listening to us. Jose all of a sudden yesterday was like a parlay betting mastermind. He's named himself Tony Vegas, and he was in a no show today. I think he did a no call, no show.
No,
at
hold
work.
on.
I don't know. Maybe his best
Hold on.
in a hit or something.
Those same,
Bro,
wait,
we
hold on,
got the
wait,
notes on our phone right
hold
here,
on,
bro.
real quick. That same strategy I used for my party that didn't hit. I used that same strategy for the pool that we're in with 20 people, and that hit. Looks like I'm winning $180 to $200 this week, John. Tony Pick'em is here. I picked
Bro, you haven't even paid
picked
yours.
12
You're not even
games
getting nothing.
legit right. I picked
At
12
this point,
legit
John is
right
keeping the
games.
money. He didn't
Give me
even-
the money. Homie,
it doesn't
the
matter
money.
until you pay up, homie. All this is
Show
just
me the money.
all this is just words.
Oh, I don't have to because I already know I was gonna win, and I won. Tony Vegas.
You're getting
Tony
taxed.
Pick'em
You're
did.
getting taxed. You're
Tony
getting a
Interest,
penalty fee.
all of them.
You're getting a capper's fee, a fraud fee for calling yourself Tony Vegas.
Tony Vegas looking good right now. Cowboys up.
Overreaction. Michael
Yeah,
P
I'm about to say,
says
I'll make
overreaction
that
Monday.
too, Jose.
There you go.
He
Cowboys.
said Luke Getzey has no idea what he's doing. Hey, maybe him. Who's worse, Luke Getzey or Nathaniel Hackett from the Broncos? We can have a toss up on which one is worse.
Man,
Carb
That's a
says
good
the
one.
Miami Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl.
That's an
that's foul.
overreaction.
That's cap. That's hype. That's,
They love the
Man.
hype.
They beat the Bills, guys. They beat the
I don't care. The Bills.
fuck
I-
that. The Bills choked. All right.
No,
The
the world
Bills
beat
beat
the
themselves.
Choke.
The Bills
And
choked.
the Bills got gas. It was a great game. Let's be honest. That game was really, really good. And I
It was
know
a
we're
trap
in
game
and
for
out
them.
of the red
Played the
zone still with
Dolphins
that.
in every way yesterday.
But
It was a trap game. You know.
I don't know. You know
You guys
what?
think Deontay's overreaction?
No, well, first of all, I don't think it was a trap game regardless because it's the same two teams that play each other twice a year, so they know how to play against each other. I don't think it's an overreaction or if it's a trap play simply because they know their tendencies. I think this is the first time that the Miami Dolphins in a good while finally put out a good team, and they went toe to toe with the best team in the AFC in the Buffalo Bills. So you can't
Their
really say it's a
offense
trap
is
game.
Their offense does look scary when clicking. You see
When
what
clicking,
he was able
yes.
to do with both. He has two number one wide receivers. We don't have a number two wide receiver on our team.
Right.
And again, I was telling you guys, I wasn't a big believer in Tua Tagovailoa. You're an idiot.
Bro, Tua's
I wasn't a
looking
big
years ahead
believer
of
in him.
Fields.
He's starting to change my mind a little bit that maybe this guy, when with the help that he has, can probably be a little something.
Give
a
Fields,
middle of the bridge
Tyreek,
quarterback
and
in the
Jalen Waddle and
NFL.
see what happens.
Right.
And then the AFC West and the NFC Least is competing to be the worst division in
The worst division is
football.
clearly the AFC South. Everyone knows
It's
that.
forever the least. No, it's forever the NFC least. Forever.
AFC South and the NFC North, to be honest.
Listen,
AFC
man.
South definitely.
Because even the
Listen.
commanders look competitive.
Yeah.
Except for yesterday,
like
Wentz was
yesterday.
terrible.
Yesterday,
Not yesterday. But they look.
The Philadelphia Eagles look like they're probably going to have a
That's
stranglehold.
because the
and they're
Eagles
gonna-
look legit. That's the
Yeah,
only
they look
why
legit.
The Commanders were like that, but they look competitive at least.
You know,
That's
the Eagles are
we could have
legit.
drafted Jalen Hurts a couple years ago. Just saying.
John, we
I
should
don't
have
think it would have mattered.
John,
Yeah,
we
we
could have had Deshaun Watson 5 years ago instead of.
No,
Mahomes.
forget
For
Deshaun
what?
Watson.
We
We
had
could have
this
had
conversation
Mahomes.
already.
We could have
Bro.
Patrick Mahomes. Forget Deshaun Watson
Bro. If we had Deshaun Watson,
and his perverted hands.
he had every massage place in the city of Chicago and Naperville, everywhere.
down.
From,
Shut down.
Come on, man.
The Robert Kraft
From-
special, bro.
listen. From the
Oh my
Michigan City
goodness.
outlets to the Aurora outlets, all the massage people be suing the fuck out of them.
And I still believe that
Everybody.
with Deshaun Watson, the Bears would have been in the Super Bowl in 2018. I'm just saying. That one. He was ready. He was the
Are
he
you
was the
really-
only
are
NFL
you
ready
blaming
quarterback coming
Mitch
out of
for
that draft. Let's be
playoff
honest here.
loss? I know you're not blaming Mitch for
Not-
that
yeah,
playoff.
he blames Mitch for everything.
He
It
blames
wasn't
Mitch, bro. He blames Mitch for everything.
All right,
Well,
it's Mitch's fault for everything.
No, it's
Mitch
Cody
did
Parkey's fault.
everything he could that
Definitely
year.
fair.
It's Cody Parkey's fault. Let's not forget who missed the kick.
Fuck Cody Parkey.
After
Who
Mitch,
else missed a
after
wide
Mitch-
open
after
Allen Robinson
Mitch
on a
got us
slant
through
to
that
avoid
kick.
that field goal? Just saying,
After
to
It
the
Mitch-
first
don't
time.
matter. Parkey just got to make the field goal.
Mitch did what he was supposed to do in getting us to kick that field goal.
Right.
Anyways, into it we trust. Fantasy football, my boy, big.
No, we do
I
not.
got Tua, but I'm not starting him over Josh.
I know that boy Zeke is eating finally.
Look, I started Tua yesterday because I didn't believe Justin Herbert was gonna have a good game because he was hurt, and Tua I do not trust because he gave me a bad game yesterday.
But Herbert had a bad game too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So
He's playing with
I didn't lose, right? But like,
He's playing with broken ribs.
I love
right,
this
I
one.
was messed up either way.
Parky, FTP. We all know that what FTP stands for. If
Oh,
you're
real.
Mexican, I don't know CP. Do you know what FTP stands for?
Wait, no, I don't know what it stands for.
Fuck that puto.
Oh, rightfully so.
He said rightfully so.
Puto Parkey.
Puto Parky. There you go.
Puto
That's what-
Parkey,
If you won,
yeah.
that's all that matters. If you won, that's good. I didn't
Yeah,
win. I was it.
exactly. Well, guys,
Been real.
we look, guys, we
I need a part of
this is interesting, and
there
the
you go.
fact of the matter is that the schedule is still weak. I think if I did the actual win record loss between all the teams that are still left on our schedule, and the Bears still have a schedule that's below 500 by 4 games. So it's kind of the schedule still plays from. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm lying. It's now 2 games because we face one of these 2 teams, and one of these 2 teams we're playing against. So
I think they could win the next 3 and then lose the next 3 after that. It's possible.
I believe so too. I did put
You
That's still a
said-
good record, though. That's still a good record at the end of the day.
it's still a good record. I mean, they're still going to be what 4-3, 4-4.
No, if you win
Nah,
the next
man,
3,
we're
if you win the next 3, you're 5-1, and then you'll be
5-1,
5-4. You're still
And then
over
you're
500.
5-4.
we're about to go on a 5-game losing streak.
Damn.
Damn, the Commanders, John.
Bro, the Commander, Wentz gonna get in that, bro. Wentz is
Exactly.
getting
Hey, for real. Hey, man, look. No, this past week, hey, man, Carson Wentz was cheeks, man. I had him in.
Have
I
y'all
had him
seen
starting,
Carson Wentz?
and you know what? Maybe it's my fault for not really paying attention that he was going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, but
I started
it
the
is
Eagles
my
defense.
fault. And
Bro.
Carson Wentz was cheeks for me this week.
Giants
Oh,
L,
oh
Vikings
my God.
L, Commanders L, Patriots L.
Cowboys.
Patriots with no
and
Mac
the
Jones and
Cowgirls
L?
I know
L.
you hate the Cowgirls, but that's probably
Cowgirls L.
I don't know. Look, the one thing we can't say, right, is that this team is disciplined, which is the reason why they won against the 49ers and against the Houston Texans. So that this team is disciplined, right? I think they could defeat the Giants. The Giants only put up 13 points. They're not world beaters here. Neither is the Cowboys. So there's some wins there. There's some wins there for sure.
Right, and I just said it too, and so did Mikey P. The Patriots with no Mac Jones, even with Mac Jones, they didn't even look that great. So it's kind of like there's games in there.
It's
to
Bill
where
Bill Belichick, man.
Yeah, right. They're coach.
It's Bill Belichick.
Okay,
Against
and
us.
like I said, even with Mac Jones, they still haven't looked that great.
They put up more points than we do.
That's fine and dandy, but even
With
with
Mac
no
Jones.
Mac Jones, they still
could-
don't. Even
you
with
could
Mac
call
Jones, they
Mac
still don't look
Jones-
great.
You could call Matt Jones a game manager, whatever you want to say, but he's still playing better than Justin Fields is. Shut up, Mikey.
I mean, again, I get it. Right?
No, they do not.
The one thing that you guys
Oh,
said right
wow.
now that's highly true. It's Bill Belichick. I understand that, but even then, you still need some type of
Their
talent,
defense
some
is still
type-
legit.
you-
Their
you
running back
still-
is good.
it's a legitimate. Bill Belichick is like 2 players on each side of the ball, 3 if you want to put special teams. But I don't think nobody wants to do that. But Bill Belichick is a player on the offense and on defense. No matter what you do with it, right? But again, even with Mac Jones, I'm trying to say the Patriots. They may put up numbers, but they still don't look as good, even with Mac Jones. And now with him gone, and the Bears might face the Patriots with no Mac Jones, it's a shot. It's worth a shot for another W.
I'm tired of saying it's a shot. We say that every game.
Right.
But
Every
it's
game is
true.
a
I mean,
shot.
it's true though. They've proven it. They're 2-1 for a reason. There's a possibility. The schedule is not that strong, and I'm still gonna bank until either I see a season-ending injury for Justin Fields, or later down the road where I just see like, yeah, Fields ain't the guy, guys. Fields is not the guys.
L next weekend.
No,
L next weekend.
I don't think so.
I think so.
But we'll talk about more, guys.
200 yards for Saquon.
Damn.
200.
Okay. I'm taking Mr. Parlay
The
here.
Bears like that toxic.
Look, if there's anybody that knows,
The Bears are the most toxic relationship I've ever had.
if there's anybody that knows anything about toxic relationships, that's us on the screen. Okay, we know all about toxic relationships.
That's y'all. Respectfully, that's y'all.
He said that's
I
what
don't
I
feel you.
against.
I
No,
don't
start.
I don't affiliate myself with toxicness. I'm done.
I was gonna stay in the comments like everybody else, but I had to jump on this live because apparently I'm blocked for 30 days because of something I said about Justin Fields.
Man, what you say about him?
What'd you say?
You
What'd
gotta
you
say
say?
it now.
What'd you say?
I said I just said he's gonna keep getting.
Why
Yeah,
you say nothing like that? Like a little kid in trouble. Nothing.
yeah. I ain't say nothing. This is nothing.
What'd you say, bro? Come on. Come on, bro.
I mean, we have a private chat. Can you see the private chat right there on your screen, CP?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh yeah,
Put it in
Oh,
there.
what you say, my
We
guy?
just want to
We're in the
know
private
if
chat.
it's that bad for us to be canceled or to be blocked for 30
No,
days.
it's not bad at all. You know, Facebook
I gotta
blocks you
know
for
this,
anything. They
bro.
just
For random things, man.
Yeah, I get that. You're right.
Yeah.
No, I'm just intrigued. That's all.
So what you say?
Nosy.
What you say? You got
I
something
just
to
said
test?
I just said the Bears are gonna get him killed.
Oh,
And
come on,
they
Facebook.
blocked that.
Come on, Facebook.
Yeah, you better
It's not legitimate. He's gonna get. No. It's
If that's
Come
the
on,
case,
Facebook.
I'm gonna get banned during the World Cup for the shit I'm gonna be seeing.
who you telling, man? I seen. Not only I seen Mexico and their atrocious performance on Saturday against Peru, a team that's not even in the World Cup. But the United States men's national team is a whole nother topic of conversation.
Oh,
on
damn,
this.
Yeah,
he got banned
Did
already?
Facebook kick his ass out already?
Oh damn, not gonna see
Damn,
you.
CP, man, come on, bro. We were just doing this fine.
Hey, watch it, bro.
They got him, bro.
He said off-topic overreaction Monday. Alexis Puñetas is the highest-rated player in FIFA 23, and deservedly so. Deservedly so. I mean, she could be the highest woman in FIFA 23. That's fine as the highest player. I mean, you still got Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and everything like that. It's all good, but I'm just saying that she's a beast, and in
Spain
Barcelona,
is not
she's
taking
she's
it all,
all.
Mikey. Chill. Pump the brakes.
España is
Pump
going
the
to take it
brakes,
out.
my
Don't worry
guy.
about it.
Taquilo, papi, taquilo.
Relax, homie. I don't know about Spain taking it all, man. The one thing about Spain that's concerning is defensively in the back, how they're gonna react. But you know what? I'm not gonna get it. This is a whole different
It ain't gonna
podcast.
be Mexico. CPU there.
Run me my money.
Oh, okay. We thought.
What you put? Run me my money, Tony. Oh,
That's right, John. Run me my money.
The JCA Sports Podcast was another successful one today, guys.
Baby.
Mike is tweaking about Spain taking it for real. I would take probably 5, maybe 6 teams before I would take Spain for sure. That's legit. That's legit. I love Luis Enrique. I think he's a fantastic coach. He's a fantastic manager. All that, but
I like the way he dresses to his game.
yeah, he's stylish too. But it's the team. It's just not enough. The team is not enough. I mean. And especially if he has a world stopper and everything like that. But
All right. All right. Going back to the real football. Okay. Next week,
we are talking about the real football.
Next week, Bears,
That's what we're talking
Giants.
about.
Bears, Giants. Who do we have? Who's winning and why?
Why don't you say that for the week? During the week.
Say it
I mean,
for
we got
Wednesday.
another show coming up this week, don't
Are we
we?
really? Are we really gonna have another show this week?
I'm down to have another show this week.
Yeah.
I'll do it
Yeah,
by myself if I
the
have to.
NBA starts back soon, so
Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah, we'll get about that. How about we'll save it for Wednesday or Thursday? We'll let
We'll talk
everybody
about the
know.
White Sox not making the playoffs, right? Because they sucked this year.
yeah, that I don't even want to.
Nice, yeah. So the hype that you want to talk about. Oh, you know what? I got a perfect
Suicide,
question.
you know
I
what?
got a perfect
Facebook
question
could
for
block
Wednesday
me.
for
I'm on
about
suicide
watch
the
for
White
the
Sox. Let's all hold it. Let's get excited. Let's just finish this show song. Finish this show strong, right? The Bears are 2-1. Let's have these positive vibes. Let's be happy that the Bears are 2-1. They're above 500. They're not playing great football, but at least they have a winning record, and the schedule is favorable for them to have more winnable games than losing them games, unless otherwise.
Toxic Bears. I hate
The
them.
toxic
It is what it is.
literally like
CP.
you just said.
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate you every time you're on, either on the comments or here with us live and personal. Guys, you could be like CP2 and join us on the chat too. The link will always be on the comment section. Join us every time. You don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to. That's fine. We just want you to hop on, just like CP. CP, we love you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate
you,
you.
CP.
We love you, brother.
I appreciate you, man. You have a wonderful night.
Y'all too.
As for
Go
Jose
next.
Contreras, Johnny Parlay, Johnny Blasphemy, Johnny whatever he wants to be called, and the new daddy myself, Eric Avila here. We appreciate you guys for commenting. Mike P, Caesar, Carbs, who else? Matthew, Uncle
Sam.
Day for sure. The Comadre Paulina, Sam, Jordan, and everybody else watching us and commenting. Thank you very much for joining us on this show today. We will be back later on in the week to preview week 3 and to talk about the disappointment season of the Chicago White Sox. For Jose Contreras, Jonathan Pelayo, myself, Eric Avila, we thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys follow us on all the social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok. And as always, like and share our shows. Hit that bell for all our episodes. And as always, Jose, hit that outro. We see you.
What a finish! Wow, that is unfreaking believable. What a way for a ball game to end.
Oh, that's what happened. Oh, that's terrible. My God. The humanity.
They may be the drunkest couple in the history of sporting events.
I loved his face.
I would suspect that fan is done for the night. Here's the thing. When you steal something, don't wear it.